The Purple Pedalway is the longest of the pedalways in Norwich. It forms a circle around the outside of the city. We start this leg of the journey as we leave Clarence Road and turn right onto Thorpe Road. And this section of road has recently been changed with a contraflow bus lane on the other side. As I've said before, this journey was made in July 2021 at a time of very low traffic. Normally Thorpe Road is a very intensely busy road, and even today there's quite a few cars around. Anyway, we ride along here for a while and eventually we come to Telegraph Lane and we turn left and then immediate right into Wellesley Avenue South. This leads up a gentle hill for a bit through some very nice leafy suburbs again. Lots of trees, birdsong, not very much traffic, which is nice, and the reason for not much traffic is it's a dead end. And when we get to the dead end, we get to the entrance to Lyons Wood.
That's not good. That's even worse.
Lyons Wood's a beautiful bit of woodland, but I'll be honest, I was really disappointed with the cycle route through it. I'd looked at it on the map and I envisaged another of these lovely little cycle tracks through countryside, like Marston Lane. It's far from that. You certainly wouldn't want to try riding down here after dark, not on this kind of surface. Well, there's no lights, but that's less important than a good surface. quite how this has just been left in this state. I don't really understand.
Thankfully, it's a lot drier than it might have been.
So this is Lion Wood.
Yes.
This is not really road bike territory, is it?
Now, on the map, this shows the cycle track going straight up through Lions Wood, which it sort of does, except it can't really be called a cycle track. The surface along here is, well, beyond dire. There's a huge sort of gully down the middle, which is caused by water erosion. There's lots of rough stones. This is totally unsuited to anything other than a mountain bike, and I'm not riding a mountain bike at the moment. This is a road bike, so I'm really rather worried about my tyres. It's also quite a steep uphill. Nice bird song though.
Oh God.
So, having made our way as careful as we could through Lion Wood, we get to more or less the halfway point in the full Purple Pedalway cycle
I think
route.
now's a good time for a
So,
short natural
it's
break.
time for a lunch break. Having survived everything Lion Wood could throw at us, and indeed having quite a nice little lunch, we set off again. And once we leave Lion Wood, we enter Wellesley Avenue North. And this is another one of Norwich's huge council estates around Pilling Park. A fun fact about the design of Norwich's public housing estates of the 1950s is that they were influenced by the work of Ebenezer Howard and the Garden Cities movement of the 19th century. This is why so many of these houses have got beautiful big gardens, and there's lots of trees. At this point we cross the green pedalway. To the left it takes you down the hill to the city, and to the right it takes you eventually to the Broadland Business Park. We carry straight on. And another fun fact is that by the 1970s, Norwich had a higher proportion of public housing than any city in the country. So we come to the end of Wellesley Avenue North and we turn right onto Plumstead Road. Now again, low traffic day, Plumstead Road is normally a very busy road, and again, not really a nice route for a cycleway. Anyway, we don't stay on this for too long, and eventually when we get to the library we take a left. Hilary Road takes us from the 1950s public housing estate into a 1960s, 1970s semi-detached suburban landscape. We turn right onto the Ridgeway, a landscape of bungalows. Unlike the earlier public housing built in the 1950s, this later housing was built for people who aspired to own cars, and every house had a place to park the car, if not actually, when they were built, garages. And of course, people who live in the public housing built in the 1950s now do have cars as well, but it wasn't designed for that. This is.
I guess it's left.
No, there was a sign.
Oh, was it?
At the end of the Ridgeway, we turn right into Borrowdale Road. And eventually we get to a left turning into Croftholme Way. And at this point we pick up the pink pedalway, which has just made its way up through Mousehold Heath, and we cross over the inner ring road towards the Hartses estate. And at this point the purple pedalway follows the pink pedalway. And we take a right into Hagard Road on the Hartses estate.
It's just a very long bypass for the pink pedalway.
So we just followed this road for a little while and watched the car drive over the mini roundabout. Following the pedalway routes through here can be a little bit confusing. The signing isn't always that good, so you sort of have to know where you're going sometimes. And then eventually we take a left, and at that point we split from the pink pedalway, which carries straight on ahead. Deloney Road is another long road of houses which eventually takes us to Salhouse Road. Now, Salhouse Road is another very busy road normally. Again, not so bad today, low traffic day, but really, you know, this isn't good. I do wonder if they couldn't somehow have used that pedestrian crossing to get cyclists across here. As I say, normally Salhouse Road is a very busy road and very cycle unfriendly. But it's interesting to note there's a wide grass verge on the other side of the road which people park their cars on, which could possibly be used for a cycleway. We don't stay on Salhouse Road for very long though, and we take a left down Falcon Road East. We go past this nice little bit of woodland, but it seems to be totally fenced off, so presumably it's private property. And then shortly after the nice little bit of woodland that you can't go in, we come to the end of part 3 of this ride.